Hi guys, so I'm doing my very first video vlog ever, and I'm really excited because it's something I've wanted to do for a really long time. And last night I finally got that kind of like, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and do it. So here I am, yeah, just here to share my thoughts and ideas on a whole lot of things that I generally think about and talk to a lot of people, share with my sisters who sometimes are like, is she gonna stop? So I thought I would, yeah, just do it through YouTube, and I kind of want to have a wider conversation, have a conversation with people with different experiences, background, knowledge, and this all kind of sparked from going to see this guy last night called Jason Jaggard, and he was speaking about taking risks, and this is one of those risks that I have kind of been, I'm like, I shouldn't really start a video blog because I do too much stuff, and you know, I've got work and I've got church and I've got this and this, and I had just 101 reasons why I wasn't going to do it. So I got to the point where it's like, I really want to do this. What is holding me back? And I was holding me back. So I thought, you know what, this is a risk I'm going to take. I'm going to see where it goes, how it works, and yeah, I just really want to hear from people and converse about all different kinds of things. And I guess one of the things that I'm really passionate about is people's perception of who they are and identity and their value. And I'm a fashion designer, and so I love fashion, I love style, and yeah, just discussing all the girly things that are really fun, and yeah, just seeing where that goes. But anyway, recently I've kind of just been thinking about where I am, and you know, with the whole idea of starting this and starting my online store, which is called, okay, a bit of shameless promotion, My International Wardrobe, which I'll hopefully have out very shortly. I kind of started saying to myself, am I happy, am I learning, and am I growing? And there are three things that I always kind of think about when I step out into something new, something that I'm not completely sure about. So, and what I do is, okay, am I happy? And I start dissecting that and going, okay, well, yeah, I think I'm happy, but am I happy because I have something that's making me happy in this particular moment? And, you know, were I to get rid of that thing, would I still have my happiness? Is my happiness coming from a joy that's already within me, or is it coming purely from things that I'm surrounded by? Am I learning? You know, am I in a place where I'm constantly challenging myself? And at this point in time, I really feel that, at least in the aspect of my life of work and church, I really feel like I am learning and I'm growing, which is great. And the third question, which I just answered, is, am I growing? Do I feel like all these learning experiences are actually making a change in who I am, and am I getting closer to being the person who I want? And then I start dissecting even more and go, and who do I want to be? But we'll get to that another day. So yeah, they're my three questions. Am I happy? Am I learning? And am I growing? And that's kind of become a bit of a philosophy that I not live by, but I always ask myself. And yeah, and if the answers of those questions aren't particularly the way what I want to hear, then I start analyzing my life and my situation and go, okay, what am I doing that's that I can change, because I'm doing something, getting the same results, and I'm not happy with it, but I haven't changed it. So yeah, just really growing on that and learning on that and seeing where that would take me, because I'm definitely a goal-oriented person and someone who wants to have 101 dreams. I want to be a fashion designer, I want to be an international speaker, I want to be involved with you know, somewhere in politics, but not like a politician, but more like social and cultural issues. I want to do too many things, and I feel like, wow, like I'm 24 years old. How long am I going to, you know, how many years do I have, and what do I have to do now to be able to achieve those things? And it's just constant cycle. And I find that when I ask myself those three questions, I always am pushing, and I'm taking steps and getting closer to doing those things I want. And while I have those dreams, I'm very much I very much believe that there is a will and a purpose for my life which I want to walk in. So I guess having those dreams and having those goals are fantastic, but yeah, and I would encourage you to, you know, dream big. Like, do not ever dream small, because everything that is in you and all your passions and desires, I mean, they're good things, and you should have a desire to, you know, do something extraordinary, because otherwise, why are we here? We're here to do something extraordinary. Every single one of us. None of us are meant to be mediocre. So having those desires is great, but then let's do practical things and just trust and believe that that we're walking into a destiny that, or a life that has been predestined for us. So one of the things I learned yesterday, here, okay, so it just stopped filming. Back to my last point. Yeah, so one of the things I learned last night was what passion is, because I think that is a word that I use a lot, like all the time. And I think it's a word I hear all the time that people use. And then I just came to the realization, and I mean, we don't really go on to look up in a dictionary and like find what words mean these days. But I always have this thing where I'm like, word, define on my phone, because like I'm not great with words, but I love them. And passion was one of those words that I found that I used all the time. And I was kind of just like, oh, so that's what it means. So he explained passion as meaning something you will suffer for. And I'm like, oh, but how many things do I really suffer for? So then I started thinking about the things I'm really passionate about. And that's how I ended up doing this video, and why I'm doing this video, because I am passionate about people above all things. What would I suffer for? What am I willing to kind of, you know, even when things are hard, even when people don't like you, even when people are like, who is this girl, what's she doing and what's she about, and they're not on the same page as you, that would not deter me from pursuing them and pursuing something, and kind of encouraging them to pursue something better for themselves, because I feel that a lot of people that I've met, myself included, for a long time had a lot of misconceptions about who they were and about why they were here and what they wanted to do with their life. And you know, being at that age of 24, like most of my friends are either just graduated from uni or are still doing a uni degree and are changing, and I'm not sure, and I think I'll just take a year gap, and those things are all fantastic. But you know, everyone has a passion, everyone has something that they would suffer for. And for a long time I thought my passion was fashion, and gosh, I wish I just didn't use that line, but seriously, I thought I loved fashion, and I do. I'm really interested in fashion, discussing ideas and seeing something that was just a concept or a thought become a real 3D object. And it also gives us the opportunity, what gives me the opportunity, to just tell stories and to share my journey, and encourages people around me as well, I believe, to do the same. So I think, yes, I love creating, yes, I enjoy designing, yes, I like style, and I'm really interested in it, but my passion, the underlying thing in all of that you know, pushes me to continue to go back there, is that interaction and that connection that I get with people when I'm doing that work. And that's why I feel like, you know, those 3 points and of, am I happy, am I learning, am I growing, and really understanding what our passion is. When we know what our passion is, it helps us, I think it gives us a better understanding of who we are and where we want to go in our life. When you're asking yourself that question, it pushes you, and it helps you to continually grow and develop, and it's like you continue to like expand these ideas, and they become real things, not just ideas. And because as a younger person, I always knew at the age of 9 years old that I wanted to be a fashion designer, and at 6 years old I thought I wanted to be a pastor. And growing up, you know, those things change and whatnot, but I think the idea of both of them, like a pastor, someone who connects with people, someone who you know, delivers a truth to people, someone who delivers people a truth, and that's what I want to do. I want to create, and I want to be able to connect with people through creating. So that, I guess, is what I wanted to share with you guys today, and that's been on my mind. And I encourage you to ask yourself those questions, because it's really helped me. I feel like I wouldn't be where I am now if I hadn't. I mean, it's not the only reason I'm where I am. I have a lot of people to thank, and I have a lot of other things obviously have happened in my life, but the things that I have been able to do for myself have come through that constant, I guess, reassessment of who I am in life and what decisions am I making, and are they helping me, are they benefiting me, you know, to get where I want to go in the future. So I guess it's a really great thing for like self-development, if you want to call it that. I don't really think about it like that. I kind of just think, this is my big picture, this is my big goal, and this is how I'm going to get there. And that's my reason behind asking those questions. And also, who do I want to be when I get there? Do I want to become ridiculously rich and famous and lose all sense of who I am because I now possess so much? No, I don't want to do that. I want to be humble and have my dignity, and have and to be able to connect with people regardless of my position or my status in life. And that's why I feel like those questions have been so great for me. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, or if you would like to share something, or if you found that this was helpful or whatever it is, I would really love to hear from you and hear your comments and suggestions. And also subscribe down below to Hello Lucy Loves. Thanks for watching, and I guess I will see you soon. Bye.